going, everyone? Good evening. So guys, tonight we're going to have a night filled with action. There are many things that you're going to hear tonight, and we have some fantastic people who will share the stage with me this evening. One, Fitzgerald here, say hello. Pearl Orchid from FMUK. He has now moved permanently to Qatar. He had to because his wife threatened him. She says, if you don't come home, you don't have a home. Okay? And as any good husband would do, yes, darling, come on my way. Then we have another fantastic guy. Somebody I met also at the very beginning when we first started FMUAE. You know, this company is much more than just another networking company. I hate the word networking. And I don't hate the word networking, thank you very much, I owe you one. Please don't send me any invoice, that's free. I hate the word networking, not because of what it stands for, but because of what the industry did to the name. Networking is something that we do every day. How many of you are married in this room? Raise your hand. Married people, come on, don't be afraid. It's okay. Even if your wife is not here, just raise your hand. Anyone with boyfriend and girlfriends? Raise your hand. Okay. How did you get them? By networking. You network. We network every day. The basis of a successful business is and lies and resides in your ability to network. Your ability to connect human beings closer together. Find ways of marrying the interest. However, the world of networking has often overpromised and often underdelivered. There are also many companies coming to the markets that are companies that are less than legitimate, offering shortcut solutions. And I have to tell you the truth, because one of the things I think I pride myself and FMUAE and FM Qatar is we tell the truth. In FM, we do not have to embellish the truth. Why? Because of the merit of the products that we have. Because of how we are so different. And tonight I'm going to take you through a 20-minute presentation. Of course, I've never done something in 20 minutes. Usually it's 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3. But I'm going to do it in 20 minutes to talk to you about the credibility of the company. And why are we different? Anyone who promises you shortcut to success is lying. There is no shortcut to anything that is everlasting in life. There is no shortcut to happiness. There is no shortcut to freedom, financial freedom. The truth is, whatever you're going to do if you want to succeed, you will have to sacrifice it all. How badly do you want success? How badly do you want it?
Yes.
I only hear one person.
Yes.
How badly do you want to succeed?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You see, many people say, yes. But how many people will put the action behind the word? When you ask people, how much money do you want to make? They say, a lot. Well, what's a lot? I want to make extra income. You make extra income every day. Be specific. What exactly do you want? The more specific you are, the more likely you will reach success. Details. Everything is in the detail, and everything starts here. Not here, but here. Then what you say is the next most important thing. The third step is what you do behind the words. If you match and marry in harmony these three ingredients, and you never, ever, ever stop, you're committed and you're consistent, you will for sure succeed.
Yes.
That is the law of the universe. And that same philosophy, that same strategy works for anything. That's how you seduced your wife. That's how you convinced her to take you. That's how she convinced you to take her. Right? She had an idea. I like this guy. Secondly, she says, I don't like you. But of course, that's the women thing. They say the opposite. That means that they like you. I don't like you. And then the third thing is action. Now you run after me. Run, come on, come on. Catch me if you can. And you never stop.
Still running after.
Still running. It's same thing with anything, guys. But anybody who tells people network marketing is easy, or even doing FM is easy, they're lying. There is no shortcut. But what I can tell you is that we're an honest company. That's number one. Two, our intentions, just what's really behind the words. Our intentions are truly honorable. The mission of helping others is authentic. It's the underlying philosophy of the company, and the product stands on its own. Okay, guys. Sorry, I will just ask you complete silence because my mind is already catching every little single noise in the room. I'm very auditory. Auditory people always have a hard time focusing on their thoughts. So, I like to focus my presentations always on how different are we? What's so special about us? This company was started with a vision. This company was started with one person. When you start something in FM, it starts with one person. Who is that one person it must start with? Who? You, yourself. You have a journey. You have a journey. You're embarked on a journey. How many people are new members in the room? How many? Less than 1 month? New members? Less than 2 weeks? Okay. So, you're embarking on a journey. In order for you to discover the treasure that the company holds, you have to explore everything about it. You have to listen. You have to absorb the information. How much does it cost you money to absorb information? How much? Okay, time. But it is your duty and responsibility to know everything about this company. From the quality of the product to who are the people behind the company. 3, try the product, use the product, understand the product. 4, understand the rejections you will encounter. And by the way, the objections, and the questions you will encounter are the same questions everyone will encounter. We already know them. And then you have to believe in what? In yourself. Sounds easy, right?
Yes.
No, it's the hardest thing. Ask people, do you have faith? Oh yes, I have faith. I go to church and I pray. That's not the faith I'm talking about. That's the easy faith. What about the faith in yourself? Do you really, truly believe in yourself? Because some people are like, I don't know. I used to believe in myself when I was 5. I used to think I could fly. When I got older, I started realizing disappointments, suffering. I don't think I can do it anymore. And now you're dragging yourself. You have to restore your passion. You have to reignite the thirst for life. You are alive. You are alive. Is your day a good day? Yes.
Yes.
26 people, man, tomorrow morning for sure will not wake up because they will commit suicide in the world. 26 people. Thousands, millions of people die. Tomorrow, if you wake up, what should you say? Thank you. Thank you. I'm awake. Now, what will you do with that new opportunity? What are you planning to do? Recycle the same things you've been doing? Just repeat again? No. If you are not happy where you are, you must change everything about what you're doing. Tomorrow morning, you have to change everything you are used to doing. That's why every morning I wake up, I kiss the ground, and my wife gets upset. She goes, "Why are you kissing the dirty carpet? Don't kiss me after. You're like an animal." And I said, "But thank you, I'm alive." That's the best miracle of the day. How can I be upset with anything when I have been given one more day on this earth? Everything.
I like to work. I need to go to work. I don't like this work.
And do something about it.
Yes.
Don't complain.
I don't like to have.
Get the hell out! You know? No!
I don't like the person I'm with.
Get rid of him! Here's the door! Kiss my butt! It's simple. Life is simple. You just change. And people are scared of change. I like my job at 2000 Qatar Riyal. I like to get yelled at every day because at least I get 2000 Qatar Riyal. Hello? Anybody home? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hi.
So while I probably would continue talking to you like this for another 4 hours, I suppose I promised you I was going to talk to you about the company, right? Is that what you're here for? So welcome to FM, a wonderful radio station. Tune in to 100.5 FM. Welcome. I kind of redid the presentations that had been done before because my journey started as a distributor here before I became an owner. So I wanted to check, is it for real? Is this company for real? What's the scam? There's always a scam. There's always something. You know? I can never buy into it until I'm convinced it worked. Well, I was a distributor. I started as a distributor. And I became 21% in the first month, Golden Magnolia, with a perfect structure. I did not buy my points. And I did it in the Philippines, by the way. Talaga. Yeah, I know. Then I did Pearl the second month. Then Golden Orchid, earning about 30,000 Qatar Riyal on my fourth month. I was not only convinced that this company works, I was completely inspired by it. And I was so enthusiastic about the mission of helping people because I had a tough life. So even though I had money, I was looking for a purpose in life. And my purpose really was to share this wonderful system. Now I could stand in front of you and give you some wonderful inspirational talk, like those guys, I don't know, Tony Robbins or whatever his names are. You can do it! Except with one difference. We say, you can do it. Here's how. They don't do that. They say, listen to me, pay me $200, I'll tell you, watch me, get excited, and go home. And don't forget to buy my other books. We're not like that. We say, to us and it's free. That's number one. Hope you get inspired by the power and the passion. And then we tell you, we know the way to success. And then we tell you, we will commit ourselves to showing you the way and guiding you all the way until the end. You can quit. You can join another network. You'll come back. I know. We'll still be here. We're not there to judge you. We don't have to force you to drink the FM Kool-Aid. We're here to open a door and to say, here we are. I have to start. In a world where lives are being changed every day. That's why we started with the title, okay? Yes, we are in the business of perfumes and cosmetics. People always ask, who are you? First of all, we are a European company that produces the best and highest quality perfumes and cosmetics in the world for up to 70, 90% in some cases less than the brand, without compromising the quality. That's who we are. Yes, we have direct selling options. Yes, we have wonderful training that can inspire you. Yes, you can make extra money. Yes, we have MLM, but that's who we are. That's who we are. We produce. We don't outsource. We don't sell you this drink that will make you live 200 years or force you to buy things that you don't need. This is who we are. Next. We have some. Oh, I have to do it. I'm so used to people doing everything for me. Well, it's horrible. I have to point it out. So who are we? We are a European-based company. Why is it important to say European? Not to say Europeans are better, but if I told you, I have a phenomenal business opportunity for you, and I'm looking for new partners. I have this wonderful perfume company, and we make our perfume in China. Ni hao. Would you like to be my partner? What would you say? Nothing wrong with China, but I don't think the best perfumes are from China. Let me think about it. But we're telling you that we're a European company. When people question the quality of our product, I want to tell them, hello, hello, the best and highest quality perfumes in the world come from Europe. We have the highest standards in quality in cosmetology and perfumery. And every single damn product that comes out of our factory are stamped European community. Hello? Find somebody who hears me. Yeah! We got an FM baby now. I love you. Okay. The company was started in 2004 in Poland, Wrocław. Some people say Wrocław. Wrocław. It took me only 3 years to figure out how to pronounce it correctly. It's owned by Arthur Travitsky and his wife. And they started developing this company, and within relatively short period of time, they saw that there was a really great exponential growth. So they realized they needed to go worldwide and set up FM World in 2007. Within less than 7 years, they were already in 46 countries from around the world. So a huge growth, very fast, right? So something must be right. 600,000 distributors? Huh? How is that possible? You know, the people you need to remember, guys, the partner that really, in my opinion, makes or adds to the credibility of the perfumes is none other than Drôme. Now, Drôme is a company that many of you have never heard before. Most of you have never heard of it. I have never heard of Drôme. But Drôme happens to be a company that's over 100 years old that actually is born in Munich, Germany, and they are the one responsible for creating the compositions and have all the oils for 90%. These are the people. And all of our perfumes are coming, we are extract oil coming from these guys. So everything is certified drone. So again, the highest quality, the highest standard. Now, do you recognize any brand? No, you do not. You only recognize this one. Who said yes? I'd be hitting you bottle if you. Do you recognize any of these?
No.
Of course not. Who does? By the way, FM stands for Federico Majora.
Where this name has come from?
I have no idea. Maybe they thought of it. So, sounds better. Polish words, terrible. Polish, you can't even pronounce it. So it's like they say, Federico Majora. Sounds better, no? Like a brand. Sexier, but doesn't mean anything. The other guy, the guy that's smiley here in the photo, is a Parfum owner. He's the father of Arthur Stravinsky. He's the mad scientist behind the products. He's the one who actually creates skincare product, all of these things. He is the one who owns the company that produces the perfumes. So all the products are coming from the factory. So the production is controlled by the company. Okay? So now you can see why all of these partners make a really wonderful synergy. You know? And this is why it's very, very strong company. Well, classifications of perfume, we'll skip through that. Now, do you think there is money in the perfume industry?
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know, guys, where you live? You know the city where you live now? Can anybody tell me? You look like a some of you are confused. I don't know if you still know where you are. Do you know what the city? What's the name? London. Take his passport. It's a tradition in Qatar. Take his passport away. Lock it up in the safe. That's what you get. Threat. We are in Doha, by the way. Welcome to Doha. Why is Doha interesting? Why is this part of the world interesting? Now I know some of you say, hey, no, that is part of the world. Wait a second. Why do you think this place is a great place?
It is very growing country,
Yes.
It's growing.
It's growing, but there is even something. There is economic.
Yes.
Everybody's employed, if not you're dead here. Right? In the gym, you gotta work. So there is buying power. Something that in England, in my home country, everybody's counting their penny. So when they put perfume, what do they do in Europe? You know what they do here? And they get into their car. They get into the office. You know what it means? Let me show you in case you don't understand. Money, lots of honey. There are no other parts in the world who treats perfume like this place. And we are the only company in the world who can produce high quality perfume for 70% up to 90% less. Is there money in this company? Hello? Anybody home? Of course there is. $3 billion US in the GCC. 3 billion. That does not mean by signing up and paying the little fee that you're going to become a millionaire tomorrow. But it does mean there is potential. It does mean there is a great opportunity. And that nobody can dispute. We started opening the company in 2012 and we have over 20,000 members in the UAE. Out of 20,000 members, there are over 1,000 Emiratis. When people told me at the time, you'll never get locals. Locals only like brands. Why? Why? Anybody who's smart will stop using luxury brands and will use FM. Anybody who's smart, anybody who has had the opportunity to listen to a message delivered by people who know how to deliver it. I haven't had one person who didn't switch to FM if I spoke to them. Emiratis, Europeans, or Filipinos. I don't care who. Okay, the Arabic will give you a little bit more of a dancing move, you know? So swing a little bit with them. Tango. You gotta go with the spice, right? Each nationality has their own little spice. You gotta know. That goes into sales, right? We learn in sales, we learn to tango with everyone. There's 240 nationalities in this part of the world, so you gotta know. You gotta know how to speak to people, no? Even my jokes, I have to be careful. Better be careful not to use any bad words here. So yes, there are so many opportunities in this company. Next. We're doing great, we're doing great. We've got another 10 minutes of this. And I got a little surprise for you after. So then people will always ask you the same thing. You know? Then how come if your perfume is 68 Qatar Riyal and the same one or the same quality is for 200 or 300, how come the difference? If it's cheap, it's not good. First of all, you shouldn't use the word cheap. You should use the word affordable. Okay? And then you explain. Designer perfumes are often not producing their own perfumes. We produce our perfumes. That's number one. Number two, they use the traditional method of distribution, right? Through their wholesalers. Then they use retailing system, right? Do you think retailing costs money? Oh yeah, baby! You know how much this office is? 30-40% more than Dubai. So Qatar is like, woo! Like crazy here. Crazy. You need to make a lot of money. You need to have profit margins for that. And then of course you gotta pay some people like, you know Nicole Kidman? Anybody knows Nicole Kidman? Raise your hand. Oh, I see the ones who are in love with her. I saw all her movies. Of course the one who are married next to their wife, like, I don't know Nicole. How much do you think Nicole Kidman was paid to endorse Chanel? $30 million. $30 million to do, hey, my name is Nicole Kidman. I'm the prettiest woman in the world. You want to look like me? Buy me. And then what do people do? You ever heard the huh?
Brand wash.
Have you ever heard the word brand wash? Yes. Yeah. Do you remember, or maybe you still have your grandmother who's alive, hopefully, and if not, do you remember your grandmother? Do you think your grandmother was brand wash? Oh, my chicken is not from Chanel. Pick it, pluck it, eat it. It's good, it's good. But thanks to the wonderful media revolution in the 80s, and the wonderful thing that they call TV, you know, the things that now you have on your mobile, so you no longer talk to anybody, you know? You're at a dinner date with your wife and you're going, I love you. You know that technology that all made us a little bit like vegetables? That we no longer talk to each other like we used to, you know? It's true. No joke. No joke. We're afraid to talk to strangers. We're afraid to talk to strangers, you see? It's easier for us to hide behind Facebook.
WhatsApp.
Brainwash. So what do we have to do? We have to reprogram the mind of the people. We have to snap them out. We have to do brain surgery on you. Oh, I can see again. And I can think for myself. I now know I'm worth more. Okay? And then, of course, the happy consumers, they walk to the bag, Chanel, Sephora. I pay 10 times more than it's actually worth, but hey, I'm happy. I got no money for my future, but it's okay. You know, I'm happy out of the bank. And why FM perfumes are so affordable? Okay, let us explain to the world. Firstly, we produce, and we produce in a country, in Poland, while it's still in Europe, it's still the most favorable place to manufacture things, economically speaking, in the whole of Europe. We then don't have all these layers, and as you know, we do not see shops of FM, right? Right? No shops. No shops. Some people say, yeah, well, this office is not in the best place. So what? We're not into the office. We're not into all of the bells and everything. Because we are into making money for the people. So instead, we develop the people, we show them the system, we empower the people with knowledge and power. That's what we do. And we don't care if we do it on the street, if we do it in an elevator like we used to together. Yeah, we don't care where we do it. In the bathroom. Let's hang out in the bathroom. Let's talk about FM. Some people, they have to show the car, they have to show. We don't need to show anything. We show the truth. We have a mission. We have something that people don't know. We have something unique. I like things that are unique. I like people who are unique. And we don't have Nicole Kidman, that's for sure. But we have us. Exactly. When you tell the truth, when you have a really good product, do you need to pay somebody $30 million to lie and con the people? No, you don't. You know what you do? You take your perfume and you spray. Not in the eye. Don't spray in the eyes of your client. Oh, I can't see. Yeah, but now you will see afterwards. Right? That's your weapon of mass destruction is your perfume. So what do you do before you get into an elevator, crowded elevator? Take your FM perfume and then go inside and watch. So there are two things that will happen, right? One, and you have all these people following you because it has a very powerful effect on self-esteem. Do you know that smells is the most hypnotic ingredient in the world? You can hypnotize people with smell. Just look at me. Follow me. That's power. Power is in the perfume. You do not need to invent. You don't need to talk. Just need to do. And then, of course, it goes to you. But you're not only a consumer. You see? The cost of the membership is relatively inexpensive. Your benefits are immediate. Right? But you also can save money on products that you are using every day. So regardless of whether you're going to turn this into $1 million company or into just nothing, at least you will be saving money. And it's a cool thing to offer somebody a way to save money once you've determined that the quality is the same, that you haven't compromised on the quality. Doing okay? Yeah. So welcome to Qatar FM Release Center. While Qatar FM Release Center is not an official branch, it is fully authorized to operate under the auspice of FM UAE. That means that you pretty much have all the power that you need to develop your business. Not to mention that you have a wonderful person here, Mohammed. Who met my wife only last October on the way back from Poland and happened to be sitting next to her. Next thing you know, 3 weeks later, he was in Dubai 8 times, and he decided to do this. And this was amazing. I said, what? What, an Arabic guy who's moving that fast? I thought maybe it would take 10 years, you know? And this guy immediately, this guy immediately embraced the mission. Not only did he embrace the mission, but he really launched himself in with all of his heart, his finance, everything. And that is very important to me. To me, the most important thing is the quality of our partners. Whether they share the same philosophy that we all share. These are the owners of FM Group United Arab Emirates. Please understand that we hold the master franchising right of the brand for all the countries belonging to the GCC. That means nobody else can operate except for us, under our authority. Yeah, she has a feather in her head, don't ask me why, it was at a party, okay? We removed that feather in the latest version. I look kind of strange there. This is my better half, I would say. She's operations director, she's the one who makes sure that the product arrives, right? So people are there saying, it's out of stock. It's not. This is my other partner, Michaele Carillo, who comes from a very corporate background. He was a VP for Verizon, one of the biggest telecommunication companies in the world. And he was actually, he's the one who created over 8,000 jobs in the Philippines. He outsourced. So huge. He was living in the Philippines, speaks Tagalog, and a great person. He's from Hawaii. He's a great, great, great person. And he brings the stability, the structure, because you can see me, I'm like a little bit like the cowboys, you know. I don't even have a script, you know. Just unscripted life. And of course, the most important person you need to know is Dr. Juma Al-Matrushi. Dr. Juma Al-Matrushi is actually directly working on the Sheikh Ahmed, the owner of Emirates Airline. He's the head of Silicon Oasis, which is the IT-free zone of Dubai. So high government position. Obviously all of his friends are top government officials. But he's been a friend of mine for nearly 20 years. A very close person. He's a person with a great reputation and who attends all of our anniversary. He uses our product. All the top government people in Dubai uses our product. And he just loves the mission. He loves the fact we are developing people. What more can you ask for? This is the place. Now we have a place to start. Normally release centers, or you remember when we started, how did we start in Dubai? What was my release center?
The back of Yaris.
The back of my Yaris rent-a-car. Yes, I have a Yaris rent-a-car and I'm a multi-millionaire. What's wrong with that? I like it. I like the Yaris rent-a-car. When I have a blown-up tire, I just leave it. Get into the metro, and that's it. I live free. Okay, so we started in the back of a Yaris rent-a-car, didn't we? You remember that? And then eventually we moved into a very ugly office with holes in the wall. You remember that?
But before that, we were in the lobby.
We're in the lobby. Yes, we did upgrade to the Yaris. You're right. We upgraded. First I was dropping in all the lobbies. You're right. Forgot that. Went too fast. Then we had a place with holes in the wall. Remember? I didn't want to put the air conditioning. Everybody was running. Then people would see me wash the windows, right? Yeah. It was good. It was to show the people what real hard work meant. To show the people that we're all created equal. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. Ultimately, we're all going to die. It's a matter of time. So why don't we just chill? Chill. Take a deep breath.
Enjoy the ride.
Enjoy. Relax. Let's be friends. Let's love each other. This is, I made him smile. Did you see that? Wow. Huh? You never saw that before. I made him smile. You know what? I pinched him. Arthur Travinsky, I was very sick. I was so sick that day. You can't see my color, but I asked my graphics designer to change my color. She made me a little bit more yellow, which is totally not what I wanted. But I was really we've done in the address downtown, we had around 260 people. These were all members, no? All of our activities are always free in the UAE. So whenever we do things, we do it with challenges. And the reason we do this is because I swore to myself that whatever we were going to do in FM, especially in this part of the world, we were not going to charge for it. We were going to be different than the others. Being different is being able to gain trust with you. How do you gain trust? First, by being honorable and honest, by not telling lies. And secondly, by giving. And giving. And giving. And giving. And giving more. Until you say, he is different. They are different. And now you start trusting. So we have a lot of exciting things, you know, right? In the world, they talk about us because we started even without having an office, and we were already doing things 5-star for free for our members. We did it because we wanted to show we are here to stay. We are not a Mickey Mouse company. We have a vision, and we plan to make this vision a reality. These are the different collections. Slowly you will have more. Today you will be able to pick up your catalog of the makeup. The makeup is now arrived. You will have access to this makeup starting tomorrow. I think only the brushes are coming in 2-3 days, but otherwise all of it is here. And that will give you a little bit of a cool thing, right? They love makeup, right? Girls love makeup. Red Hot lipstick, it's like they're eating it, okay? I thought it was going to be a comedy show. Because we have to make it fun, right? Are you guys entertained?
Yeah.
You're not falling asleep?
No.
Sure? Okay, good. You guys heard me in the back, so you're used to me now. You're like, oh, what is he going to say today? Okay, so the cost, I can talk to you about the cost. You guys can ask your wonderful partners who brought you here about the cost, blah, 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 blah. Point is, you have a one-time fee, and you never pay again, okay? You get access to the product at a discounted rate, and you can now enjoy the potential of the business, okay? What can you do in the business, guys? You can do a lot of things. First, you can be a consumer, and you should be a consumer. It's hard to talk about a product if you yourself are not convinced, okay? My wife tried to give me a bottle of perfume from FM 2 or 3 years prior to me finally signing up. And each time she would give it to me, yeah, it's a $1.99, each time she would give it to me, I would take the bottle without opening it, open the garbage and put it. And we started arguing. And I said, I'm French. I didn't take this. What is this? Polish perfume. I was the typical arrogant, you know, like some people in this part of the world. Now I have money. What's that? Right? And throwing it in the garbage. What a stupid mistake that was. But that's ignorance, no? That is ignorance. It doesn't come from a place. When I got to try, finally, because I ran out of Paco Rabanne, and my wife still had one, and she put a little smiley face and said, try me with a love. And I was like, oh, I'm too lazy to go and buy that stuff, so I started spraying. And I'm like, I said, they're probably stealing these Polish people. Thieves. And then it was actually lasting longer than the brand. Then I started getting interested, and that's how I became convinced. But before I became a distributor, you know what I did? I took all the perfumes, and I went to buy all of the brand, and I had my mama, my father, and everybody around me do test. I had to be convinced. I'm crazy, you know. I just don't follow just anybody, because they tell me. I need to be convinced. Then when I saw it, I said, I'm done. I'm finished. Now I'm ready. Now I'm ready. So of course, when people, they don't try, they don't know the perfume, they may not even be using the real one without knowing, you know? There's a lot of, like, fake perfumes going around, right? So some people don't know, no? But if you've never tried it, you've never compared it, you don't actually know anything about perfume, the moment you go out there to present the product and somebody goes, it's not good, you'll be like,
I guess Alex was lying.
I guess 600,000 distributors are all liars. I guess the Europeans have no idea what they're doing. I guess Drone is a liar too. I'm gonna stop FM. Because one person told me. You gotta convince yourself. You gotta be strong within yourself. Otherwise, you're gonna go out there and you'll be like a sitting duck. You also have opportunity to do direct selling. What is direct selling? Well, direct selling isn't you knocking on the door of a shop and going, "Hello, I'm representative of FN Qatar. I have a wonderful product to show you." No, that's not direct selling. Remember the laws in Qatar? You're under a different sponsorship, correct? Okay. So remember what direct selling is. Direct selling, whether it's in Qatar or UAE, is under the same system, right? They all copy each other on the laws. Which means direct selling is, I'm selling to you because I know you, or because you're within my surrounding. No. It's not an establishment, a company. Direct selling has limitation. But direct selling is a method effective enough to convince and build a team so you can start your network. You just have to use common sense. People say, well, you should do this and you should do that. No, it's like many people don't have common sense. So we do need to teach people a little bit about it. Okay? So what's the best thing? The best thing is everything. The best thing is to understand everything. We have a lot of exciting things that we are developing inside the company. Let me tell you why FM UAE and this whole region is so different. We have been given a system. But I am not satisfied with the system itself. That means it is my obligation and my mission as the owner of the company to tweak it, to create and innovate, not imitate. That means that you can look forward to things inside the company that really will open up so many opportunities, and wealth will be closer to you than ever. So I really recommend each one of you not to jump off the train that fast. Stick around, because some great stuff is about to happen. I'm telling you. I see you're the only one with energy here. I hear the other. I like it. Come on now, let's do the monkey show. Come on, guys. Let's live. Let's live. Let's find our purpose in this world. Don't allow yourself to die in vain. You still got life in you. Life. Dream. So, now I'm going to tell you a couple of things. I did pretty good, okay? I could continue blah, 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 blah. I'm not here to sell you anything. Now, let me tell you something. We have a lot of great things tonight, okay? Like I told you, we have Fitzgerald who's going to share his personal story, and he has an incredible story. And let me tell you, we're very lucky to have him here because I've heard him talk, and this guy's just magnetic, okay? But, okay, Fitz, I love you. It's fantastic because, you know, you need people like this. You know, he wants to develop his own team, but it's generosity from somebody to agree to stand in front of you, all strangers for the most part, and really honestly, in an honest way, to share the experience. Because this is about stories. This is not only about product, it's about stories. People love storytelling, right? Since we were little. Remember your mommy telling you, there was once upon a time in a little dark forest, and just remember, and the bad wolf. We love storytelling. Even we're so old sometimes. We're like, oh no, we're story. We don't like storytelling. Okay, tell me more. We like stories. And this is a business about telling and sharing your story. Personal story. So tonight you will hear one awesome personal story. And then you will hear another awesome story. He happens to be the first member I spoke to. I landed on a plane. On a plane, of course. On a plane. And I got out of the airport and I told my wife, I've got 20 kids in my bag. I'm going to change the whole Middle East. I'm going to transform the lives of thousands of people. And my wife looked at me and said, you're insane. What are you going to do? There's no FM here. I said, I can see that we will change the lives of thousands of people. She goes, what are you talking about? I'm going to sell these kits. But there's no product in Dubai. Don't worry about that. I will find the people. And I spoke to some people. Some people were like, this guy's crazy. So my wife would say, I told you so, you're not going to make it. And all my friends, you're crazy, or what are you going to do? And then, on a fateful day, in a lonely elevator, of the Gulf Oasis Hotel in Tecon, there was a concierge who was showing me a room. And I was with my wife. And there was the lonely concierge guy looking angry. Sad. And I turned to him and I said, "Kumusta, pare?" And he goes, you speak Tagalog? Konti lang." And then he showed me the room. And then I said, Red asked me, said, "What are you doing, sir, here?" I said, "I'm here to change your life and the lives of thousands of people." And my wife would kick me. Shut up, shut up. And this crazy guy said, "I prayed for this." And all of a sudden, we were looking at each other like two crazy guys. And then he said, "Sir, with all humility of a Filipino, with good heart, sir, can I follow you and learn everything about it?" And I said, "Yes, I will pick you up. What time is your shift ended?" 11 o'clock. Let's meet. And from that day, that crazy guy, first I made him pay for the kit. Oh yeah, no charity. What do you think? The biggest mistake you will ever do in this business is finance your new members. Do not disable the poor. I was poor for 20 years, and all we know when we're poor is to be handicapped. And the system further disables our ability to stand on our own. So the first thing you do is you pay. And he paid. He had a kit, we had no products. And both of us were looking at each other, we can change the world! And it wasn't even the big kit, it was the small kit, because I didn't have space, remember? We're gonna change the world! And the next day the guy says, "Sir," he calls me, "Sir, please come. I'm gonna show you, there's a basketball game at night at midnight. All the Filipinos hang around there, they're all waiting to speak to you." I said, "This guy's crazy." I said, "Fantastic." I came with my little laptop at night, at midnight, all the people are jumping. I was like, midnight, I'd be in bed, man. They're like jumping. And then he was like, "Hey, pray. Bayan. Listen to this guy. He has something fantastic that's going to change your life." And they ignored us. Completely. I was with my computer holding and going. And this guy kept going and trying to talk to people, and they would ignore him. And after that, I was like, oh God, I'm devastated. I'm devastated. And you know what this guy said? "Don't worry, sir. I know some people. Let's go to this accommodation." I'm like, "You're crazy, man." He's like, "No, come on, pay." And then there's the accommodation. It's going at 1 a.m. Nobody answers. And I'm behind with my laptop. And then this woman, remember? And she was angry with you. And you're like, wait. I know you're trying to listen. This year is going to change all the lives of the buyers. I have to work, right? Not tonight. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We got it. Oh, you're just standing by. guy gracefully opened the door to us. Bunk beds all the way to the ceiling. People like listen to this. I told you I would give you a comedy show. By the way, it's 50 dirham. Nobody told you that. Okay, it's 100 dirham, especially for the look. 100 dirham. Now listen. We started, right? I opened the thing, and of course you had one person crying with his girlfriend on Skype, the other one eating crispy pata, and me telling the story. We started like this. We started like this. He's going to tell you the story. There's one story that I want you to understand from this guy, because some people say, oh, yeah, you already understand. What you have to learn is that my wife says she's only met 2 people in her life as stubborn as me. Him and Mohammed. Stubborn. Attitude, stubbornness, persistency, and consistency is what you need to make it in life. No matter how many rejections you get, no matter how many people will bring you down, no matter how much low self-esteem you have, suck it up, fake it, until you make it. So now I'm going to give you a little piece of my heart. I created something a little while back, which is an emotional intelligence-based seminar. Because I attempted to think, what can I impart to each one of you in this room this evening that will make a meaningful change in your life? I could stand there and to try to promote the company. Not my style, sorry. However, my style is the development of people. Because I realized when I was struggling for 20 years as an immigrant, more often failing than succeeding, I understood that the problem wasn't the outside world like I thought. The problem actually was coming from me. And I realized the problem that always stands in the way of one's success is their own limitation. And the limitations are not something that's embedded into your genetics. It's what you create in your mind. And that's why I created this thing. So I hope you like it. It will take 30 minutes, then I will give the floor to Fitzgerald, and then the floor to this. And maybe we will grab some of you here. I don't know how. We got tangled together. Okay, so let's see, USB. I don't know if we can do this.